Now, Singapore is now home to the first building in Southeast Asia that's powered by green hydrogen and solar and doesn't emit carbon. The facility is set up by utilities firm SP Group, which says it could pave the way for the clean energy sources to be used more widely here.
And this comes as the country ramps up plans for use of solar energy to meet its climate change goals.
This building in Woodley has been unplugged from the national power grid since early this month. And that's because all its power comes from the sun, which goes into a separate electricity grid. The over 50-year-old training facility is owned by the utilities firm SP Group, which says that's enough power for about 4 housing board flats. And any excess is diverted to this container outside, where it powers electrolysis. It's a process where electricity is used to separate water into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen is stored in metal alloy tanks. On days with little sunlight, it's then converted to electricity through a fuel cell. This stored energy can be used to power the building. It's a method that was developed by SP Group's partners, Marubeni and Tohoku University in Japan, and overcomes common challenges to using the fuel.
It is, number one, able to save space. It will take 1/3 the size of conventional hydrogen canisters. It is also at a lower pressure. It is 15 times lower than normal conventional hydrogen canisters. And where the hydrogen is actually stored is that it is actually bonded with the metal alloy as a solid and not as a gas, thus making it safer.
The firm said it will be monitoring the building for a year, partly to see if the metal alloy can hold up in Singapore's tropical weather. But experts are cautious about calling hydrogen the fuel of the future.
If you want to use hydrogen, the country's got to be awash with renewable energy, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. It's difficult to imagine that it could be anything but a minor component. Costs of the infrastructure would far outweigh its contribution.
SP Group said electricity costs for its facility is still more expensive than if they had used conventional electricity. Still, the company foresees prices will drop as demand for solar energy storage increases and technology improves. Earlier this week, the government increased the national target for solar energy production from around 1% now to about 4% by 2030.